In every corner of Earth, one phrase seems to ignite excitement and anticipation: hold my beer. It's a casual expression, often spoken just before someone embarks on a daring or reckless adventure. This simple declaration signals a moment of confidence, as if the speaker is about to do something very foolish yet thrilling. Whether it's a friend attempting a crazy stunt at a party or a daredevil trying to impress others, this phrase captures the spirit of human bravado. As humans gather in groups, someone might say, "Hold my beer," instantly prompting laughter and cheers. It's more than just words, it's an invitation to witness something outrageous. The phrase has become a cultural touchstone, representing the relentless spirit of adventure that defines much of humanity. It showcases the unique blend of courage and foolishness that often drives people to push boundaries. In the eyes of the galaxy's civilizations, this behavior is both perplexing and captivating. Many aliens watch with raised eyebrows as humans dive headfirst into challenges without a second thought. They wonder what fuels these brave souls who leap into uncertainty for mere entertainment. As they observe from afar, they can't help but raise their threat level, for whenever humans engage in these acts of bravado, the potential for chaos, or hilarity, always looms large on the horizon. Little do they know that humor and heart lay at the center of these feats, drawing everyone closer together in unexpected ways. As humans embrace daring challenges, their antics have not gone unnoticed by the galaxy's many civilizations. From the advanced Syntherians, who monitor Earth from their luminous starships, to the wise Authari, known for their vast knowledge of interstellar cultures, aliens keep a close eye on human behavior. To them, humans are an unpredictable force in an otherwise orderly universe. The Syntherians often gather in their shimmering observation chambers, eagerly watching the latest viral video of someone attempting a death-defying stunt. "Look at that," one Syntherian exclaims, their tentacles quivering with excitement. They don't care about the risks at all. Their amusement is mixed with concern. These actions are thrilling yet chaotic, leaving them uncertain about what humanity might do next. Meanwhile, the Authari hold discussions on whether humans are brave or simply reckless. They ponder what drives such behavior, seeking thrills, proving a point, or simply enjoying life to its fullest. Regardless of the motivation, the Authari recognize that human unpredictability could lead to both wondrous discovery and serious trouble. As news of human exploits spreads across the galaxy, it becomes clear, every time someone yells, "Hold my beer," countless civilizations raise their threat levels just a notch higher. While they marvel at how humans chase excitement, they also prepare for potential fallout from these bold acts. After all, in an unpredictable universe, a little caution goes a long way. One sunny afternoon on Earth, a group of aliens gathered in their starship, hovering discreetly above a park where humans were enjoying a day of fun. The Syntherians, with their shimmering bodies and wide eyes, couldn't resist tuning in to watch a particularly wild human preparing for a stunt. A man in a bright orange shirt stood on top of a picnic table, holding a can of soda in one hand and waving his other arm like an excited conductor. "Look at that," exclaimed Zeke, one of the Syntherians, as he adjusted the settings on his viewing screen. "What is he doing?" As they focused on the spectacle below, the man shouted, "Hold my beer." His friends erupted into cheers and laughter, clearly encouraging him to take the leap. The Syntherians exchanged nervous glances, their tentacles twitching with a mix of excitement and dread. "I believe he intends to jump over those, what are they called?" "Dogs?" asked Tylus, tilting her head in disbelief as she pointed toward two eager poodles eyeing the picnic table. "Why would anyone jump over dogs?" Zeke replied, eyes wide with fascination. "It's dangerous." Just then, the man launched himself into the air, arms flailing wildly as he aimed for the unsuspecting dogs. Gasps filled the starship as they watched him soar, and then crash directly into a pile of inflatable pool toys nearby. Laughter erupted from his friends below, while the aliens found themselves torn between fear for the humans' safety and delight at the absurdity of it all. The scene in the park grew tense as the crowd gathered closer, eager to witness the next "Hold my beer" moment. The man in the bright orange shirt, undeterred by his earlier mishap, stood confidently atop a rickety picnic table once more. This time, he seemed to have a bolder plan. He glanced around at his cheering friends and then shouted, "I'm going to jump over that skateboard ramp." Gasps rippled through the onlookers while the Xantharians watched intently from their starship. "What is a skateboard ramp?" Tylus wondered aloud, her eyes wide with curiosity. As the human prepared, legs bent, arms outstretched, he took a deep breath and launched himself forward. The crowd erupted in exhilaration as he soared into the air. Time seemed to slow as everyone held their breath. Would he clear the ramp or crash spectacularly? The Xantharians were caught up in the moment. "He seems so sure of himself," Zeke remarked, although concern flickered across his translucent face. The anticipation was palpable as people shouted encouragement. But just as it appeared he might make it, disaster struck. His foot caught on the edge of the ramp, sending him tumbling sideways into a stack of foam pads nearby. The impact sent a cloud of foam flying like confetti, and laughter filled the air as his friends rushed over to check on him. "Is he all right?" asked Tylus anxiously, while Zeke chuckled nervously at yet another unexpected turn in human antics. The tension dissolved into joy as they realized it was all in good fun, another classic moment for humanity's unpredictable spirit. As the laughter from the crowd faded, a sudden ruckus erupted nearby. While the man in the bright orange shirt was still being helped out of the foam pads, his friends decided to goad him into another stunt, this time involving a skateboard and a makeshift ramp made of picnic tables. "Hold my drink. I'll show you what I can really do," he shouted, reinvigorating the festive spirit. The crowd roared with excitement once again, urging him on. But when he hopped onto the skateboard, no one anticipated what would happen next. With a shaky start, he gained speed and aimed for the ramp but miscalculated his trajectory. Instead of soaring gracefully over the picnic tables, he veered off course and crashed directly into a nearby inflatable bounce house occupied by several unsuspecting children. The structure wobbled violently as giggles turned to shouts of surprise and delight. The Xantharians watched in disbelief, their eyes wide as chaos unfolded beneath them. "This was not part of their plan," Zeke remarked, astonished at how quickly things spiraled out of control. Tylus couldn't help but chuckle even as she worried about the children's safety. Humans thrive on unpredictability. As children bounced away from the scene, giggling uncontrollably, a feeling of camaraderie filled the air. Nearby adults rushed to check on both the children and the man. The Xantharians realized that each reckless moment only seemed to bring humans together in laughter and joy, deepening their fascination with this unpredictable species. They noted that perhaps they would never fully understand humans after all. In the shimmering council chambers of the Xantharian starship, the elders convened to discuss the latest findings on human behavior. After witnessing a series of wild events, they couldn't ignore the rising threat level associated with these unpredictable beings. The bright screens displayed clips of humans in various daredevil antics, causing a ripple of concern mixed with amusement among the council members. "Clearly, we need to raise our threat level," declared Elder Tyler, his tentacles gesturing emphatically. "They jump over dogs and crash into bounce houses. What will they do next?" Another elder interjected, "But they seem to enjoy it. Is this part of their culture?" As the council debated, they struggled to understand the concept of fun as humans defined it. A hologram flickered to life, showing snippets from popular Earth movies where characters leap into absurd situations without a second thought. "They call it extreme sports," Elder Zeke mused, scratching his head in confusion. "Is this some form of ritual sacrifice?" A chuckle spread across the room as another elder mentioned, "I believe they call it thrilling. Why would anyone want to feel frightened for entertainment?" They exchanged puzzled glances while trying to grasp the notion that people could revel in chaos without dire consequences. As laughter filled the chamber, they ultimately decided to increase the alert status on Earth. The Xantharians knew that humanity's unpredictable nature could lead to both hilarity and unforeseen dangers, an intriguing combination that kept them both cautious and curious about Earth's endless surprises. Among the Xantharians observing the chaos on Earth, one brave alien named Krell felt a surge of excitement. Fascinated by humans and their audacity, Krell had long wanted to experience adventure for himself. After watching multiple stunts unfold, he thought, if they can do that, surely I can impress them even more. Eager to showcase his abilities, Krell turned to his fellow Xantharians with a confident grin. I will show those humans how it's done. Prepare to be amazed. He quickly hatched a plan to attempt an even grander stunt than the humans had before him. With a few adjustments to his hoverboard and some flashy lights, Krell felt ready to take on the challenge. As he descended from the starship and floated toward the park, whispers spread through the crowd of humans. Some looked on in awe at the shimmering figure gliding through the air while others exchanged puzzled glances. What is that? Someone asked, pointing at Krell. With a dramatic flourish, Krell announced, hold my energy drink, as he positioned himself on top of a nearby picnic table. The crowd cheered, thinking this alien was joining in on their fun. As he prepared to launch into the air with a daring twist, an unexpected gust of wind caught him off guard. The Xantharians watched with bated breath as Krell soared into a spinning leap, but instead of landing gracefully like he planned, he veered wildly off course, crashing into a group of startled picnic-goers. Laughter erupted as Krell tumbled into a pile of umbrellas and snacks, reminding everyone that no matter where you came from, antics could lead to hilarious chaos. The atmosphere in the park became electric as Krell, the Xantharian, and the man in the bright orange shirt faced off for a showdown of ridiculous stunts. Krell, buzzing with excitement despite his previous mishap, challenged the human. I bet I can outdo you, he declared, his shimmering form radiating confidence. The crowd quickly gathered, buzzing with anticipation. The human, still nursing some bruises, grinned back and replied, you might be good, but can you do this? He took a running start and launched himself off a picnic table, attempting to perform an impressive flip into a nearby kiddie pool. The splash sent water everywhere, earning roars of laughter from the audience. Krell decided to up the ante with his own stunt. Climbing onto his hoverboard, he zoomed toward a row of inflatable flamingos. With a daring leap, he aimed to land on one while spinning in midair. Unfortunately, he miscalculated and ended up bouncing off it like a pinball before crashing into a stack of beach balls nearby. The crowd was in stitches as both competitors kept escalating their antics. The human attempted to juggle water balloons while riding a giant tricycle, only to slip and crash spectacularly into a pile of feathers that had been left over from some party decorations. Krell retaliated by trying to spin plates on sticks while soaring through the air on his hoverboard, only for one plate to break and send him spiraling down into a tangle of colorful streamers. Laughter erupted as chaos reigned supreme. Both humans and aliens realized that their playful competition created unexpected hilarity. The showdown turned into a delightful mess of splashes and giggles that showcased just how wonderfully unpredictable both species could be together. As the laughter from the park began to settle, Krell and the human exchanged high fives, surrounded by a crowd still buzzing from the day's escapades. The Xantharians, observing from their starship, reflected on what they had witnessed. Elder Tyler turned to his fellow council members with a thoughtful expression. These humans, they take risks for fun without fear of failure. It's captivating. Indeed, replied Zeke, still chuckling at the memory of Krell's chaotic tumble into the streamers. They seem to find courage not just in their stunts but in supporting one another as well. Look how they cheered for each other through every mishap. One of the younger Xantharians, curious about human behavior, added, it's like they thrive on camaraderie, celebrating not just the victories but also the failures. It strengthens their bonds. Krell's earlier antics had shown that even when things went wrong, laughter and cheer replaced fear. The Xantharians saw how humans' willingness to try new things brought them closer together. Each mistake became a shared story that united them further. It seems we could learn something valuable here, Tyler concluded. Perhaps embracing our own courage and camaraderie could bring us closer as well. The elders nodded in agreement, realizing that while they might never fully understand humanity's unpredictable nature, there was beauty in their ability to find joy in chaos. With newfound appreciation for human spirit, the Xantharians prepared to lower their threat level slightly, understanding now that sometimes, risk leads to laughter and friendship rather than disaster. As the sun began to set over the park, casting a warm glow on the festivities. Both humans and Xantharians shared in a unique triumph of connection. The day had not only been filled with laughter and chaos, but it had also bridged an unexpected gap between two vastly different species. Krell and the man in the bright orange shirt, though worlds apart in origin, had found common ground through their antics. For the Xantharians, who had once viewed humans as reckless and unpredictable beings, this event reshaped their perceptions. They observed how risks taken for fun fostered community spirit, reinforcing bonds between friends and strangers alike. Every tumble and splash became a shared joke, uniting spectators in delight and admiration for one another's courage. The alien observers couldn't help but feel inspired by this display of camaraderie. Elder Tyler smiled as he turned to his fellow council members. Perhaps we have much to learn from these humans. Their ability to find joy even in missteps is truly remarkable. As the laughter settled into heartfelt conversations among the crowd, the Xantharians felt a shift within themselves. They realized that while they might approach life differently, they too could embrace moments of risk and humor. Ultimately, this day highlighted how laughter can transcend boundaries, forging connections that are often overlooked. In a universe filled with differences, it was humor that brought them closer together and opened doors for understanding and friendship between Earth's most reckless adventurers and their curious alien watchers.